today.
Your reporter, Channel 3 Eyewitness News reporter Marcy Jones, live at the distribution center in Enfield with what we can expect. Marcy.
That's right. Good morning, Caitlin and Roger. Well, Senator Richard Blumenthal says he plans to reintroduce the Warehouse Workers Protection Act after a renewed interest from both sides of the political aisle. Now, they talk about exhaustive long hours as well at quarters for a comment, but we've not heard back yet. Again, Richard Blumenthal will be there in Cromwell starting at 11 this morning. Make sure you stick with us on air, online, and on our WFSB app for the latest. In Enfield, your Eyewitness News reporter, Marcy Jones. Guys?
Your reporter, Marcy Jones, live at the distribution center in Enfield with more on what we can expect today. Marcy.
Good morning, Caitlin and Roger. That's exactly right. Senator Richard Blumenthal plans to be out in Cromwell at the headquarters later this morning. However, workers were hearing just assembled toward the front of the warehouse distribution center, which we are at here in Enfield. We're going to go check in with them in just a little bit. But let's talk about what exactly they're fighting for. And that is to let you know we have reached out to iHealth for a comment. We have yet to hear back. Again, Blumenthal will be in Cromwell later this morning at 11. Make sure you stay with Channel 3 on air, online, and on our WFSB app for the absolute latest. In Enfield, your Eyewitness News reporter, Marcy Jones. Guys?
Well, happening today, a man charged. Your reporter, Marcy Jones, live with what we can expect today and how this is impacting all of us. Marcy.
Good morning, guys. Well, you can see the workers striking behind me. We've got a little picket here going on, about a dozen workers or so, and I am here with one of them. Justin, good morning. Good morning. Tell me a little bit about why you're out here. What led up to this moment for you?
So about 9 months ago, we decided to form a union, but at first the company decided, they were going to let us, but now we've only had retaliation and delays from them. Ever since 9 months ago, the company has not hired enough temps, and they've been making us work endless hours. They've been making us work 10 to 12 hours a day for months on end now, instead of hiring enough workers.
Mm-hmm. I've heard extended hours. I've heard working on holidays, intrusive surveillance, and some higher injury rates. And you actually told me right before we went on that you are suffering from an injury that you got on the job. Can you tell us a little bit about that?
Yeah, no, so during a lot of the overtime, they had us doing a lot of the same things, repetitive things. Then one of the things just injured my shoulder. I got a sprain on my shoulder. I was out for a couple weeks. It wouldn't have happened if they hadn't been working us for 12 hours a day for weeks on end.
And then I think it was last week or maybe the week before, you got a text message saying that you were no longer working for the company. How did that make you feel?
Oh, terrible. It's 3 weeks before Christmas, and this is how they treat their workers. They illegally fire them under a protective strike. Like, how is that acceptable?
And now I know that we talked to Ruby Clark, your representative from Teamsters Local 671 a little bit earlier. She was talking about how the communication has really been limited. Thank you so much for joining us. And guys, we have reached out to iHealth for a comment. We have not heard back yet. Senator Richard Blumenthal will be at the headquarters of iHealth later this morning in Cromwell to talk about the Warehouse Workers Protection Act. Sending it back to you.
Marcy, thank you.